Hello my students and scientists, and today we're taking a look at the beginning of a several-part series for Transformers Combiner Wars, Transformers Prime Wars Trilogy, Power of the Primes, Predaking, and today we're going to be taking a look at the two who form the leagues, Taurox, aka Tantrum, for this review, and Headstrong. So let's take a look at these figures. Now, of course, both of these figures are part of the Power of the Primes Predaking combiner. That was a set that you had to buy all in one, and is separated very differently to that of the original combiners. If you remember the original combiners, they took a more, what I'm going to dub the Scramble City style, and basically means that an arm can become a leg, and a leg can become an arm, but you don't know who your torso is because they are Voyager scale. Each of the Predaking figures are Voyager scale, and as you can see, they're very boxy. Headstrong. Tantrum here has, as you can see, a bull head. It's not bull, but the way that the bull head is designed, he's based off the Taurox, a race of cattle that used to live in what is now modern-day Germany. And as you can see, he is very, very big and chunky. And of course, yes, he does have one major flaw, which is this combiner limb here, for his alternate mode. For his, well, thing. And of course, he is pretty cool looking. Other than that, he does have a little bit of posability. His knees can go forward and back, and these can do the same. Headstrong is again, of course, on the same boat, because he's essentially the same mold, just with a slightly different colouring and animal. He is a rhinoceros, or a nashorn, if we're going to continue with the German thing. Like Tantrum there, he only has the same articulation. This is again because of the annoying robot. Well, the fact that they also have to weasel a combiner in there. So really, that's that, and they can't roll because they are an animal. So let's get down to transformation, as both of them are very much similar. So with Tantrum here, you want to pull out the arms on this joint here. Rotate the head 180 degrees, and this will allow you to have the robot mode head up front there. Now, I don't know if the jaws will open. It doesn't seem like they will. Rotate the arms down so that this part is facing forward. Then untab the legs. They have a slot there that's going to just tap up there. Untab what's going to become the front of the feet and pull them up. Next stop, you want to pull down the back, and as you do, you want to fold in the animal mode leg. And then that's going to free up a tab here that is going to tab in this slot there, which is going to close together and give you a foot. Second verse, much like the first, bring down, fold up, bring across, and there you have Tantrum in his robot mode. And this is where problems start to arise. But we'll get into that once we've got the Headstrong there in his robot mode. Now he's basically the same. Forwards. Rotate here around 180. Untab legs. Untab back. Fold in back legs. Bring them up. Bring out foot. Tab into place. Second verse, much like the first. Down, around, and in, and down, and rotate. And there you go, you have both of the Predacon legs. Now, they do come with some accessories, which are these giant grey things, which is just basically the feet and the hands for the rubber mod. And they can hold them on these pegs, but for this video, I'm not going to do it. And yeah, now, I have been switching for this head mainly because I want Predaking, so that means I'm not really into the robot modes. And getting close here, you can actually see that these characters both have quite a lovely head sculpt. The sculpting on these figures are fantastic. I do love the fact they capture the G1 aesthetic quite nicely. Decepticon symbol on the chest there. And, you know, nothing too bad. You know, the blacks, the oranges, and the yellows do work quite well on both of these figures, along with the reds. And as you can see, the friend Headstrong here has 2 extra Decepticon symbols. Articulation-wise, in robot mode, both of them do have heads that can go 180 degrees, and due to a transformation joint for the combiner, they can look really far down. So that's what my feet look like. Arms can do a full 360. They can go in and out. You get a Another little bit of an elbow joint there because of a transformation joint, and you do get about 90 degrees of bend at the elbow. Elbows can do a full 360, but you get nothing at the wrist. Again, this is a 2018 Transformer here. You get a little bit of waist movement. Legs can go forward that far, and they can go back. Oh, but you're going to have to move this part out for them to go fully all the way back. And careful that they do come untapped. You get about 90 degrees of bend at the knee, and you, of course, do get a little bit of foot articulation. There's nothing really much else to write home about, and the massive con of having to move this part around all the time really does annoy me. So let's get these guys into the combinable mode legs, because for this we are going to do that. So, fold the head down, bring this part up so that it is in there, and that's just going to sit there. Bring the legs back, fold down, and then use this joint here to bring them forward. Second verse, much like the first. Then you want to unfold the legs, and you're going to basically fold them back up to like you're about to transform them into beast mode. You're then going to take this foot here, bring up the grey stand. We're also going to take out the hands too. Hand. And other hand, because you'll need them for the other combiner, or for the other limbs. They come in later. When in doubt, use another part to help you. Just don't damage any parts. Put the hands off to the side. Fold up these two parts. You're going to take these and basically fold them back till they're back up like so. I find it quite easy to have one untabbed, so that way you can get this part right up in between the legs, because there's a couple of ports in there that is going to allow you to tap them in, and yes, that is as awkward for me to say as for you to hear it. Once you've got the legs, you're going to bring this forward and realize that you have actually gone and done the opposite of what you have to do. So the way I like to look at it is if you get... Now these were meant to be inward joints, because this allows you to articulate Predaking. And there is one leg all done. Second verse is very much like the first. Head forward, combine a was limb up, bring this down, fold the arms back into beast mode legs, bring the legs down and fold them over like so. Bring up the feet, make sure they're all nice and squoosion. Make sure one is not tabbed in, so that way you can, for the Barnable's limb, get it all foot in there, like so. Drop it, because you have to. Get it in there, like so. Fold it together, and there you go. You have what will become Predaking's legs from Headstrong and Torox, or Tantrum. Now, of course, before we go, we're going to take a look at some of the accessories you do, the other accessories you do get. You get two of these blasters that I think I used with Dive Bomb. They can, of course, untap here for the combiner mode, which are pretty nice. Kind of wish they've done a bit more plastic. Here is a really big gun that you can untap to form a double-barreled short, cannon, and a long-barreled, almost Optimus Prime-like cannon. But for now, I'm leaving it together, like so. Obviously, the hands, which are really handy if you're going to combiner mode. Yes, I don't have the Feral Rex upgrade for this dude, which gives him the sword and, of course, the much better hands. And finally, you get the Matrix of Oryx Prime, which does, of course, this little dude will pop out, but I don't really want to pop him out because it's actually warping the plastic. So, we'll be coming back to these later when we review a lot of the others. Final verdict, whilst I do not like the robot mode or the animal modes for Headstrong and Torox, or Tantrum here, they really aren't there for their notable blocky bull and rhino mode. I mean, if you really wanted to enact your inner Predacon, you could take them and yeet both of these figures at your people, saying, "Dodge this!" As they are basically giant transforming bricks. What you really get them for is the fact that they can merge together to form Predaking. A figure that we have all been wanting to get. Now, of course, in the next review, we'll be taking a look at Predacon Rampage and Predacon Dive Bomb. And I'll be talking a little bit more in the Razor Claw video onto what the Predacons are and to the combination as a general. This is Duncan saying thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. This is Duncan saying, G1 Spirit, and I'll catch you next time. And stay fabulous. Bye!